request? Was that
No,
passed out?
because it came from the commissioner's series.
I don't have.
Oh, here. Okay. Good.
Now, this is a request that the commissioners have had a favorable pass on this.
Sheriff, thank you. Looking well this morning.
And you too. Something new in Larwell I need to find out about.
I got mine from yesterday.
When something happens in Larwell, you know, it's pretty special.
I got here late, so I'll get with you later.
We need to have some sheriff's cars out there to patrol that.
There was one out there last night, I think. What we are looking at, what is before you is a request for a new computer and I believe some licensing for the door opening system for the card reader program, not the door opening system that we just installed at the jail. This is the system that allows most all the employees to access the doors here, the badge system, where you swipe it and you're able to enter most all the doors here, a lot of the doors in the jail and sheriff's office building, and now the south door on the courthouse. That computer crashed 2 or 3 weeks ago. The system still works with allowed us to enter, come and go with the badges. However,
I did get it working, but it's barely, if it shuts down, it probably won't come back up.
what it does, what the computer does is allows either Jody, Pam, but it allows them to enter the people that have access to all the different doors. And once that goes down, no changes can be made. So if an employee no longer works here, we're unable to take them out of the system where they can still enter. So the other problem it had is Pam was not able to get on at the same time as Jody was. So if one of them was on, the other one could not. Basically, the system crashed and it needs to be replaced. It's a county-wide system, so I thought it was more appropriate for the county to look at funding for it than it was to come out of the sheriff's department or the jail. If need be, we can do that, but to me, it was appropriate that the county look at it as an expense.
Have they done work for you before?
Yes, thanks. Williams is the company that installed this system several years ago, and we also think it's prudent that we stick with them to install the computer so everything will work together and talk together properly.
Mark, I just have a crazy question, I guess. I don't understand this stuff on computer. License to add to server. I mean, what do you mean by license to add?
I will let Jody or Pam, either one of those, talk about that.
I did request some additional things that we have had problems with, Pam and I, in the past. When she logs on, she's going through several firewalls from the computer's located at the jail building, and she has to go through several firewalls to get to that computer, and some things do not work for her. If they install what's called a client on her computer, then she will have all functionality of the software. And if we have multiple licenses, and it only goes from 1 to 5, you can't buy just 2, then we could be on it at the same time. And right now, I'm always calling her and saying, hey, I need to get on the door computer. Are you on it? So, because if I try and get on it, it kicks her out if she's on it.
Now, who do you pay that to? Is it like on my website? I have to pay something every year to be on there. Is that the same type of thing?
This is a one-time thing. It's just you buy the license and it allows it forever until we go with something else, obviously. And I will say the computer that it's on now is one of our old computers that we replaced because it was going bad, and we've never had a computer specifically for this that wasn't one of our old ones that we were replaced anyhow, so, at the jail.
decided to leave it up to the council to decide where to get the monies.
What do you think it's seated on? Out of what category was you looking at?
Well, we don't have a project for it really, but we've got like $33,000 additional that of the 75% that we should have determined for a budget, and didn't know if, we were gonna let the council decide whether it would come out of that or.
Yeah, we asked her something, but the QCAP fund's got plenty of money for, it doesn't have?
No, 13,000, it's on your, I gave you
Oh, okay.
a
I
balance
think
sheet.
out of
to-
33,000, you didn't budget on
But-
the seating plan would be the proper place to take it from.
Well, we'll have distribution soon with taxes due on Friday, so we'll have what will be 130,000 in QCAP after settlement.
Sheriff, what about your funds? Do you have any in your commissary or anything like that that you could contribute to the cost?
Sure, we do, and that's what I stated, is if need be, we could find funding one way or the other.
I know you're pretty good about that from your past reports.
What I think he's saying is that since this is kind of a county-wide project, you feel like the county ought to do it rather than deal with it.
Could make it a copay maybe or something like that.
I think just
But
take it out of,
I think it ought to become out of the secret
I
fund.
do
out of the two out of that
I agree with that.
unbudgeted
Since we got-
33%. I'll make a motion to do that.
It's been moved that we approve this out of the secret funds. Is there a second?
I'll second it.
Moved and second. Questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed, say
No, I'm not opposed to it, I just don't like it coming out seated. I don't think that's the place for it. I think that's a QCAP issue myself.
It is, the reason I did that is because
Okay, thank you.
money in the city.
Anything else, Sheriff?
No, but I
No,
think
you're
QCAP
good.
issue should be
All right.
part of the commissary.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, we'll go back.
I'm not opposed to it at all.
Before we move back, I have a question for George. With the seated money that you have left, how's our other projects going? Do you think there's gonna be, the projects that are going on, do you think there's gonna be a cost over than what originally was quoted on any of them projects?
The only one that I can think of right now is the courthouse. I think the painting project was going to go over.
The carpet was gonna cause you to go over. The runners was the,
Well, and the painting was part of that project. But the
But
courthouse,
nothing that would take you over that 33, or what's not there now, because, okay.
and, right, because that's an overage. We had 36,000 budgeted for that, but it's gonna be over 36,000.
George, are we gonna have to do anything with the air conditioning unit in this building?
We're going to, what John's talking about is, back in January, we got hit by lightning, and the air conditioning and heating unit on this building. We ended up turning into insurance $12,000 worth of repairs because of the lightning strike that we had. We didn't even find that until March or April because of the fact, I guess we didn't use the unit until then. The other day, last week, they tried to start up our air conditioning unit. Air conditioning wouldn't start up. So they got a hold of Hobble. Hobble told them that it looked like that compressor unit had been hit by lightning at the same time that the rest of the unit was hit, but they couldn't really test that until the temperature gets so high, and then it'll kick on. But there was no way to test it. Well, now that they tried to kick it on, they're saying that it was done by the lightning also. So we're going to try to turn that into our insurance. It's going to be maybe $30,000 for that compressor unit.
and we already paid her $1,000 deductible, so I'm gonna get a hold of the same agent and see if she can make sure, reopen it. I mean, I signed off that we closed it, but reopen the same to say we found further damage when the
My understanding that
season.
the first claim was through the circuit boards,
It was the actual.
and then this is additional damage that they didn't realize until it come time to kick the compressor on.
Right.
Yeah.
But that's where we stand on that right now. We're just going to try to turn it into the insurance and see what happens.
Okay. let's